Hi Capricorn, welcome to your week ahead horoscope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, my readings are for your sun, moon and descendant signs. So whether you're sun, moon or rising sign Capricorn, this is for you. And I always advise that you watch all three to get a clearer, more complete picture of how they speak to you. If you are already a continued subby, you know I love you for it. And for those of you that are new to the channel, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit the subscribe button. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my deck of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So for your key to the week, you have the Emperor card, right? And in a lot of ways, this is going to see you, slowly but surely you guys have come back into getting your mojo back anyway, right? But this week, this is where you're going to start to really put foot to butt. This is you not only being more like yourself than you have been in a long time, but this is you pulling rank effectively, right? This is you saying, okay, this is how I step forward, this is how I'm moving forward, and this is what I choose to do. It's you putting things in place or putting the things in place that you need to. Like in a lot of ways, I see the Emperor card as you choosing to become the authority or putting your foot down on something. And the fact that you have this as your key to the week, it kind of feels like in a lot of ways, or maybe even in all areas of your life, this week you're either taking your power back or you're reasserting yourself, putting yourself in the driver's seat, you know, no longer asking for permission, but just going for it anyway, right? This is you moving ahead with your plans and really presenting yourself in a way that feels more authentic to you, or certainly taps back into that spirit of authenticity that you're kind of known for. I mean, the thing is with Capricorns, what you see is what you get. There's no kind of wishy-washy about it. You know, Capricorns are very maybe not necessarily gregarious, but they are very much in your face. Like what you see is what you get. If it's black, it's black. If it's white, it's white. Like there's no in between or give on that. You know, they're very, very straight talking as well. So for your actions and options this week, you have the Four of Pentacles. So you've got double hit of 4 energy this week. So 2 4s when they come up in the tarot like this represents insomnia. So this week, if you're finding it hard to sleep, or you're finding that you are challenged, you know, in getting to sleep or getting good quality sleep, it kind of comes up here. But the other thing that comes up as well, 4 is the number of the manifest reality. It's the number of the hard and fast, or the physical. And in a lot of ways, this suggests to me that you are really tapping into the physical world in some way, shape or form. So this is going to see you working to be sort of in the present, to be in the moment. Now, some ways that you could look at the Four of Pentacles, it is very much being of that, you know, the stuck kind of energy. So maybe this week you are feeling, you know, in a sense that you're in between a rock and a hard place. But on the other side of this is you feeling grounded, it's you feeling strong. And in a lot of ways, this could see you approaching a situation that maybe is either very delicate or very sensitive, and saying, actually, in this, all I can do is be myself. And this is how you're holding or pulling rank in some way, shape or form. So then you have the Chariot card in your communications and conversations, right? So this is you making some progress when it comes to communications, maybe when it comes to challenging situations or conversations that you have to have. For those of you that are studying or working towards any sort of qualification, especially on like a formal level as well, this suggests to me that you could literally be working towards like a qualification or something that is going to further your career aims or goals. When you see the Chariot card come up with anything like this, it always suggests that you pass with flying colors. You get ahead. Like this is your way of being. It's almost kind of like that being, you know, having that assurance that whatever you're working on or towards has a satisfactory goal or a satisfactory completion to it. For your home, for those of you that work for somebody else, again, this is recognition. This is you being seen for what you're known for. In a lot of ways, actually, this is you know, getting ahead, right? This could be you winning out. So if there is a position opening up, maybe you are already in the running for it and you don't even realize it. So if you get approached for something like that this week, be open to it. For those of you that work for yourselves, business owners, entrepreneurs, people that have their own business, I would say this would be a good week for you to really start putting your plans into motion. You've planned as much as you possibly can. You've put everything in place that you need to. Now it's time for you to get ahead. Now it's time for you to say, yes, you know what? My planning, the structures that I've put in place, they're all solid. So it's time for you to move ahead. For those of you that are retired or no longer working for any reason, this, I mean, it's slightly different because obviously if you've got nothing left to prove, well, not that you didn't had any in the beginning, but you know what I mean, you don't have anything to prove to anybody. So when you have this Chariot card, it's like, what can I do to further my own wants, needs and desires at this moment in time? Like, where is it that I can put my energy and my thoughts that are going to bring me results that are important to me? You know, when we talk about the profession, this is stuff that, yes, it's important to us as people, especially to Capricorns, but it's very often it's got an external slant to it. Whereas for those of you that are retired or not working, this is going to see you putting the importance or the onus back on yourself and saying, right, what is important to me at this moment in time? For your money and materials, you have the Four of Wands. You've got so much of this four energy going on at this moment in time, which is great. I mean, the Four of Wands is brilliant. It's a great card anyway, because this is celebrations. It's reasons to be happy. So for some of you, this will literally be like, you know, your work is starting to pay off, or the hard work that you've put in is starting to yield results, which is great. When it comes to your finances in specific, for those of you that are applying for loans, if you're applying for credit, if you're applying for a mortgage or anything like that, it really does suggest that this week you will be able to get the decision that you're hoping for, which is really nice, especially with the communications, because it suggests that the conversations that you're having, they're really going very well and you're getting a satisfactory response from whoever it is that you're interacting with or having a conversation with in some way. Now, for your physical health and vitality, this would literally be your head, your face, your noggin. So if you're thinking about doing anything with that, obviously just check the planetary alignments at the moment. So if you're thinking about having any cosmetic sort of work done, just, you know, I mean, there's nothing here that makes me go like, oh, okay, no, not now. But just check with the planets at the same time as well. And then for your home and environment, I mean, this is good news that's coming into the home. Maybe the collective, you know, for those of you that are married or in partnerships, maybe there's more money coming into the home in some way, shape or form, which is great. I mean, especially with the Chariot card there, this is good news that comes, but it's got a financial or a material sort of slant to it, which is great. And then for your love and relations, you have the Three of Swords. So there have been some challenges for you guys when it comes to relationships. There's been a few ups and downs. There's been a few challenges. However, on the other side of it, this is you letting those go. Remember, the Three of Swords is where something is removed. Now, one of the ways that this can play out for you is that you are choosing to let something go. It doesn't have to be the relationship. Maybe it's whatever caused a rift in the relationship is a thing that you choose to let go of. However, it does look like in some way, shape or form, you are asserting yourself. Like, this is you putting your foot down. This is you saying, right, okay, here is the line, or we draw a line under it, or we complete it. Like, there's a very almost like a finite energy that comes through with the Three of Swords. It's, for me, this card is very much a card of endings and completions. So whatever is ending this week, it's very much led by you. Like, this is you saying, right, this is where it completes. For those of you that are single or in, you know, not dating for any reason at all, this kind of suggests that this week, I think you're getting past or over the last relationship that you had. So this is where maybe you're saying to yourself, okay, I've had time to lick my wounds. I've had time to process how I feel about the previous relationship or partnership that I was in. And this is where I'm stepping away from it. Like, this is where I allow that to come to an end and no no longer let it affect me in any way, shape or form, which is actually a really good place to be, because it's you leading the party again. There's just a lot of self-directed energy from this week, which I really like for you guys. All in all, not a bad week at all. I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.